What's going on, YouTube? Happy Tuesday. Here we go. Actually, I've been getting this question a lot. Some people said, how do you create, man? I've been trying to work on my own for a while, and it'll be okay, then I just stop. I just can't make it happen. I always have to refer back to a job and things of that nature, whatever. How do you create every day? What do you do? How do you manage to do it? Well, here's the thing, guys. First of all, you need to understand something. The one reason why many people go to a job is because it's a steady paycheck. Now, some of you have always had the thought of, I need to leave that place in order to get to this place where I'm independent. Well, you got to keep something in mind. Remember that steady paycheck that was over here? You have to create a steady paycheck that's over here. And the way you do it at the beginning is you're going to have to first work more hours than you're working at a job. 40 hours a week, that's nothing. I'm talking about waking up early in the morning and going to bed late at night. And the first thing I would say, the first place you have to start is, first of all, you have to ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? And then when you ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? Don't worry about the money. You have to ask yourself this question. How can I serve as many people as possible to the best of my ability? Listen to the statement I just said. How can I serve as many people as possible to the best of my ability? The reason why you want to start your statement with that, because the money doesn't matter. I'll tell you why the money doesn't matter. If you're not doing a good job, you're not going to make it. Think about this. Let's say you're in a small town and there's a server at a particular restaurant. And he just came in. What do you want? Give me a price. What? Okay. Huh? Here you go. No, thank you. Have a nice day. Have you figured your order out yet? Just a real pushy type guy, right? When you go to that restaurant again, you may request to get another server. Now, he is in the service industry. He's going to lose out on money because he constantly has bad behavior, and that's going to affect his pocket. It may even get him fired one day. But I've been in situations where I talked to the customer. I explained the product that I was going to go ahead and sell to him. I explained it well. I didn't even think about the money. And I always leave it as this. Hey, if you don't want to get it, hey, take your time, whatever. No hard feelings in me. I've even given customers to other people to say, hey, he may better serve you. And sometimes they appreciate that and they end up coming back. It's all about the relationship that you have. But I had a buddy that created one of his ways to try to replace his income. He created a vending business. And in his vending business, he started, he started off with candy machines. That's what he could afford. Then after he did candy machines, he worked out something with Coca-Cola, where they'll actually give you a machine if you think you can sell over this many amount of Cokes or whatever. And he started putting up Coke machines. Then he would, one customer he would actually start he would bring a pizza every Friday. He would just bring the pizza. Wouldn't bring the sodas. So when you bring a pizza to somebody, where are they going to go to get the sodas? To your machine. So he was giving kindness, and they were giving kindness by supporting his machine. And he did many other things too. What has to happen is this. Put the number that you make per month. Put it on a piece of paper. And just continue creating things until you reach that number. You may have to get a part-time job or something on the side to supplement that, to go ahead and get your things going. But that's how you do it. You can't stop. You have to work hard. You have to treat people like people. You have to constantly create. A lot of times I come into the computer and I ask myself, how can I create wealth? How can I create money today? Now notice I said today. A big problem that I have, and I'm working on this now, is that a lot of times I will come up with too many ideas, right? The ideas I will come up with, just because, it's the ADD, ADHD thing. I'll come up with 20 ideas in a day. And the thing about it is, you can't, listen to this part. You can't make one idea work unless you focus on that idea. But when you're focusing on 20 different things at one time, that's not going to work. You know, my wife is a master at picking one thing and beating the heck out of it and just sticking with that one thing and making that one thing work. Because this is sometimes what I used to believe. I used to think when I used to have many ideas in the fire that was the secret to success. No. One idea can make you a millionaire. Many ideas can make you a millionaire too. But unless your idea is completed, right, you won't have any success. So you have to keep that in mind. You're not in the business of just creating ideas and say, hey, honey, got a great idea today. Hey, honey, got a great idea today. You see where I'm going with that? You know, but that's it. We have the ability to create, but a lot of us is not taking the time and just sit down and just say, how can I create today? Because when you ask yourself that question, the brain start thinking in a whole different pattern. You start actually creating ideas instead of like, oh my gosh, there's no opportunity out there. And you just sit like this in front of your computer screen and nothing flows. So that would be my advice, guys. Just take your time, one idea at a time, work hard, treat people with respect, and they'll reward you for that. And that's it. And also, the last thing I like to add is study from experts. If you have an idea about business or you want to progress in business, don't ask your mom and dad who's never been in business in life. Because you know what they're going to tell you? Go out, son, and get a job. Don't worry about that business stuff. We know Aunt Sally, they lost their whole business because they bet the farm and things of this nature, whatever, and they didn't make it. Don't be that person. Go outside and get you a great job. Ask experts. Ask people who are already making money in the business and say, hey, can you give me some time? Can you talk to me and guide me in the right direction? You know? Take them out to dinner or something, a coffee or something like this, whatever. But just ask the experts. Don't ask the people who have never been in business. So that's my advice, guys. Let me know what you think. It's your first time coming to this channel. Glad to have you. Still have my Etsy classes going, guys. And that's all I have to say. And until next time, signing off.